The man sitting across from you has never held a weapon in his life. He is 53, green tea, a suit that costs more than your rent, hands completely still on the table. He has a dragon tattooed from his shoulder to his wrist. You can see the tail curling beneath his collar. The police have been looking for him for 11 years. They will never find him. In 20 years, you will be him. 5 levels, 1 organization, and a system so clean that every investigator who has ever looked for it has walked away convinced it doesn't exist. This is your life as a Yakuza money launderer. Level 1, the Courier. You are 23, you are quiet. In this world, that is a qualification. The envelope is pressed against your ribs. 4 million yen. You were told not to count it. You counted it anyway in a convenience store bathroom in Osaka. Door locked, fan running, hands not quite steady. The man who gave it to you works for a Yamaguchi Gumi affiliate. He did not introduce himself. He did not explain anything. He handed you the envelope the way you hand someone a pen, without weight, without ceremony. As if 4 million yen is nothing. As if you are nothing. You are nothing for now. The pachinko parlor processes tens of millions every week, most of it legitimate. The overflow, the cash that can't move through the machines without triggering a government report, moves on foot, in envelopes, through people like you, who are quiet and need money and have not yet understood what they have agreed to. 12 blocks north, a real estate office, a name, a receipt for a property viewing that never happened. You walk back into the street 200,000 yen richer. At home, your girlfriend asks what you did today. You say errands. She doesn't ask again. She has already learned in the 6 months since you started this that asking again leads nowhere. That night, you think about the man who gave you the envelope, the dragon beneath his collar, the way he looked at you without seeing you. You think, I want to be the one who hands the envelope, not the one who carries it. You don't know yet how long that will take or what it will cost, but you remember every detail from today. The address, the man's face, 3 serial numbers from bills you weren't supposed to see. You write nothing down. You don't need to. Information is the only currency that compounds. You don't know where you learned this. You know it like you know your own name. Level 2, the bookkeeper. 18 months later. A desk, a key, a construction company in Fukushima-ku with 12 registered employees, 4 of whom actually exist. Tanaka-san runs this office. He is 41, former Yamaguchi Gumi soldier, 3rd finger on his left hand missing at the knuckle. He does not discuss the past. He does not explain the structure. He places documents on your desk and expects them to be correct. They are always correct. The 8 ghost employees exist in a spreadsheet on a laptop that has never touched the internet. Their salaries move through payroll every month. Clean, documented, indistinguishable from a legitimate company's records, because you have spent 18 months studying exactly what a legitimate company looks like. You earn 450,000 yen a month. Bonus when an audit closes clean. This quarter, a tax inspection, 4 hours. A government auditor goes through everything. You have prepared for 3 weeks. Every question he asks, you have already written the answer to. He leaves with a handshake. That evening, Tanaka-san places an envelope on your desk without a word and leaves the room. 600,000 yen. You count it alone in the office. You feel something you don't have a name for, colder than pride, more satisfying than relief. What you don't know, Tanaka-san didn't choose this amount. Someone above him did. Someone who watched your audit from a distance and saw something in how you held yourself when the inspector asked his hardest question. You are being evaluated. The organization is always evaluating. That is how it works. Not applications, not interviews. Observation, performance, silence. 3 months later, Tanaka-san asks you to stay after the office closes. A man you have never seen before is sitting at your desk. He tells you he has a different kind of work for you. You already know you are going to say yes. Level 3, the architect, 28 years old. You report directly to a senior Wakagashira, a lieutenant in the Yamaguchi Gumi's financial division. You have met him 4 times. Each meeting lasted under 20 minutes. He has never used your name. That is how you know you matter. The structure you maintain does not appear in any organizational chart. It exists in the legal and financial infrastructure of Japan as a collection of seemingly unrelated entities. A holding company, 3 subsidiaries, a real estate trust, 2 corporate accounts at regional banks whose compliance teams have never communicated. The money enters at the bottom as cash from pachinko operations and construction overcharges. It moves upward through the layers, changing form at each step. Cash becomes a loan. The loan becomes equity. The equity becomes advisory income. By the time it surfaces, it has a history, a source, and a reason to exist that predates any investigation. You are managing 800 million yen per year. You earn 900,000 a month. Declared, legitimate, clean, plus 2.4 million through a mechanism you designed yourself. Your wife knows you work in finance. She knows your clients require discretion. She knows not to ask about the calls you take in the other room. She has met Tanaka-san once at a dinner, and she has never asked about him again. She is a perceptive woman. That is why you married her. Then on a Tuesday, your phone rings. A junior bookkeeper at the construction company made a mistake. 2 deposits, 980,000 yen each. Same account, same afternoon, just under the reporting threshold. Twice. Tanaka-san calls you 11 minutes later. His voice is flat. Fix it, he says. And then, this does not happen again. He does not say what happens if it does. He doesn't need to. You have 72 hours. Level 4, the fixer. You do not sleep for 3 days. Day 1. The account closes through a pre-planned exit sequence, built 8 months ago before the account opened because you always build the exit before you build the entry. The funds move. The company dissolves. A successor entity absorbs the assets. The bookkeeper is reassigned. He does not argue. He understands, without being told, that reassignment is mercy. Day 2. You construct the retrospective documentation, a complete internal audit of the closed account, created today but written to read as if it predates any investigation. Every deposit given a source. Every transfer given a purpose. A story with no gaps. You work 18 hours straight. You eat a convenience store onigiri at 3 a.m. and think about the Wakagashira's voice on the phone. Flat. No anger. Flat is worse than anger in this organization. Anger means you are still worth the emotion. Day 3. Nothing happens. No inquiry. No follow-up. That evening, your phone rings. Not Tanaka-san. The Wakagashira himself. He has never called you directly before. The matter is closed, he says. You did well. 4 words. You did well. From a man who has never used your name. You sit in your car outside your apartment building for 20 minutes before going inside. Your wife is asleep. You stand in the kitchen and you drink water and you think about what you now understand, that you know the financial intelligence system better than the people running it, where they look, how long, what makes them stop. That knowledge in this organization makes you untouchable. 6 weeks later, a man you have never met flies in from Tokyo. He wants to discuss opportunities beyond Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, real estate markets where cash is welcomed and questions are managed. You say yes before he finishes. Your wife is in the next room. She looks up when you come back in. She reads your face. She looks back down. She has learned not to ask. Level 5. The Ghost. 53 years old. Green tea. Hands completely still on the table. The suit costs more than most people's rent. The dragon tattoo curls beneath your collar, visible only if someone knows where to look. The police have been looking for you for 11 years. They will never find you. You operate at the highest level of the Yamaguchi Gumi's financial infrastructure. A position that has no title, no business card inside the organization, no entry in any internal document. You are known to 6 people. 3 of them you have never met in person. The other 3 you see once a year at a private dinner in Kyoto, where nothing is discussed that could ever be repeated. What passes through your architecture is measured in the billions, not in single transactions, in aggregate over years through 100 separate channels. Real estate in Tokyo. Private equity. Art through Hong Kong auction houses. Each one documented, each one explainable, each one a single thread in a fabric no investigator working alone could ever see the full shape of. You have one rule you have never broken. You do not know the names of the men at the top. This is not ignorance. This is architecture. In the Yakuza, what you don't know cannot be taken from you, and what cannot be taken from you is the only thing that keeps you safe. Your daughter is 24. She works in publishing in Tokyo. Last month at dinner, she asked what you actually do, the same question your father asked 25 years ago. The same empty answer. The same shift in her face that you could not stop and cannot undo. The analyst assigned to your file has been working it for 4 years. He is good. He has found 3 outer layer entities. He thinks he has found something. He will retire without finding anything. You close your laptop. You walk into the street. Tokyo moves around you. Indifferent, enormous, clean. You think about a convenience store bathroom in Osaka, a fan running, 4 million yen in your hands, still warm from someone else's. You think about a man across a table, green tea, hands completely still, a dragon curling beneath his collar. The way he looked at you without seeing you. The way you look at people now. You flag a taxi, you go back to work. Japan's Financial Intelligence Unit processes over 400,000 suspicious transaction reports every year. Most lead nowhere. A few lead to arrests. Men who moved too fast, trusted the wrong person, made one deposit on the wrong day, and the ones that were never flagged, never reported, never assigned a file number, those belong to men like the one you just became. No record, no name, wealth with no origin. The dragon is still under the collar. The tea is still warm. The hands are still. The organization has been running this system since before you were born. It will be running it long after you retire. Subscribe to our channel. New video every week. There are 1,000 more worlds like this one. You haven't been inside any of them yet.